there's only 2 reasons you should be watching this video. A, you've just completed your bulk and you're happy and you're satisfied with the size that you are and the weight that you are. Or reason number 2, you're fat and you want to lose weight. Or you're bigger and you want to lose weight, or whatever the case is. But I mean like bigger, not like, you know, a little pudgy, a little chubby, because you can still go on a bulk, and there's a video that I've made for that out there, and if it's not out yet, then I'm working on getting it uploaded right now as we speak. So if those 2 things aren't applicable right now, then I need you to go watch the other videos. I'll probably link them in a card up here, whatever, or you can go to my channel and then look up like how to bulk properly. So get that out of the way before you even continue watching this video. But how to cut properly. So I have been on a cut, and I did it prematurely, so I wasn't like a big enough size to do a cut. Like I was kind of, you know, I was kind of chubby, whatever. I needed the discipline on this. So, and one of the trainers at my gym had just released this thing that he was working on for the gym, and it was a generalized cut basically. So I tried it and it worked fantastic. I have pictures and stuff on my Instagram of the before and after pictures. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel, Dumbbell Disciples, so go check it out if you want to see those pictures and what I'm talking about. And I decided to do it, and I liked it. So with that, doing the cut is essentially what you're doing is you're looking at your metabolic rate. So that's how many calories you burn doing nothing. So just literally existing, that's how many calories you're going to burn at the end of the day. So let's just use 2,000 for an example, because it's a good number. And I mean, that's pretty high. Like mine's only like 1,800, 1,900, something like that. And it's not going to be exact, and sometimes it will differ depending on how active you are, how inactive you are, what type of foods you're eating, things like that. And it's not going to change too drastically, but I mean, the more active you are, the better it's going to be. So it also, like, if you ever talk about or hear people talk about how they have like a fast metabolism or something like that, that's basically what that means. Like they have a higher metabolic rate. It means they burn calories faster doing basically nothing. So let's say again you have that metabolic rate of 2,000. So if I'm trying to cut, I'll probably eat 200 to 300 calories underneath that. Now for a cut, if you want to keep most of your muscle, I would probably say 100 to 200 and go really, really slow and really concisely. That way you're not losing your muscle mass, because you can lose fat and you can also lose muscle, and sometimes you can do this at the same time. You're gonna lose a little bit of muscle on the cut, and that's okay. That's why we bulk up to a little bit of a bigger number, and it's explained on my bulking video, so go watch that if you haven't already, or whatever the case is. You're eating 100 to 200 calories less than you burn on a day-to-day basis, and that means basically that you're going to steadily lose the weight that you've put on from the bulk. And that's a good thing, because that means that you're going to get that defined ab, veiny, very muscular aesthetic look that we're going for in the end game. So what you're going to want to eat, the types of food that you're going to want to eat, and the tips and tricks are something that I'm about to explain. So very first off, I want to start by saying you're going to want to eat whole foods that consist of lots and lots of protein. So there is a specific diet that is really, really like brain dead easy to follow that I would highly suggest, and that I've done myself after the diet, the cut that my gym did or whatever. It's called the carnivore diet. So you're basically just eating meat. I think, actually that's not, I know for a fact that the carnivore diet is the best possible diet for cutting, especially if you're just trying to lose weight after being big your entire life. I think the carnivore diet is the only diet that should be pushed and be followed on a cut, because it's so easy and you already know for a fact that you're getting your protein in for that. So you're gonna lose less muscle doing the carnivore diet. So basically what the carnivore diet is it's just like it sounds. You're just eating meat. Like you're basically, you are just eating meat. Specifically like red meat, chicken. I did eggs a lot because eggs work so well. If you don't want to do eggs for the cut because they are more high in calories, you can do egg whites and it's just as good. You're getting less calories for the same amount of protein. You just don't have like the cholesterol in there for added testosterone, which cholesterol translates to testosterone. So there's like good cholesterol in like eggs and like bad cholesterol in like McDonald's and stuff. So quick, just side tangent. The cholesterol in eggs actually translates in your body as a compound to make more testosterone. I don't know like the super sciencey stuff about it, but there was a bunch of studies have been done that cholesterol is proportionate to making testosterone. So if I eat like 6 eggs a day, which I have been for most of my life, my testosterone levels are going to be steady and they're going to even increase a little bit. So that's a quick tip if you want to increase your testosterone. Another thing with that is, like I said, the egg whites are the same exact things, almost the same protein, way less calories. It's got like 25 calories a serving, and a serving gets you like 15 grams of protein. So it's really, really good. You just go to the store, get a carton of egg whites, it's like $5. You can get like 3 of those and just use those in the morning. I would highly suggest just doing carnivore for the cut, because you don't realize just eating meat, there's not a lot of calories in meat. So you can end up eating a lot more and still be at that target caloric intake for your day, and you'll get plenty of protein, if not more. So there's a chance that you'll end up even building more muscle during the cut, which is absolutely insane, especially if you're pushing. Also, it won't tire you out when you're in the gym doing your workouts, so you'll be able to do, I mean, on the cut, you're going to end up doing less weight than you normally would in the gym, because that's just what happens. You're losing the amount of calories that you're putting in your body, so you're not going to be able to give it as much as you would on a bulk or on a maintain. But if you're on the carnivore, there's a chance that you're still going to be able to push a really good amount of weight for being on a cut, which is insane. Now, if you don't want to do the cut, or you don't want to do the carnivore and you think it's too scary, whatever, I think you should try it, because everybody's like, oh, the carnivore is bad for you, it'll give you heart problems, but those people are still eating McDonald's and drinking soda and eating candy all day and doing whatever they want, destroying their bodies. So are you really going to listen to somebody that says, oh, being on the carnivore and eating red meat and eggs is going to give you heart disease when you're 40, when they're probably going to die by the time they're 35 anyway because of their terrible diet? I mean, just think about that for a second. Think about who you want to listen to in that situation. Also, do you really think that eating McDonald's and drinking soda and eating candy all the time is really a way to honor God? Or do you think that you should eat cleaner, more whole foods, taking care of your body to honor God? Do you really think, if you look at it and you're like, okay, I have the choice to eat literally crap food that is processed, has way too many chemicals, that literally destroys my body, or I can eat something that God gave me. I mean, yeah, I know that meat's processed now so we don't get sick, whatever the case is. Stuff like that, it happens. But do you really think that God would be more pleased if you ate the McDonald's trash food that has man-made chemicals in it? Or do you think he would be happy eating the ribeye steak and eggs that is something that he created, that came from? Just think about that for a minute. If you don't want to do carnivore, that's fine. You can still do the cut on a different diet. You can do like keto or whatever, or you can even have carbs. And I mean, if you really want to, if you're gonna pansy your way out of it, you can just have sugar and stuff every once in a while, but it's gonna completely ruin your progress, if not destroy every, I'm not saying it'll destroy all of your progress, but if you have sugars and processed foods on a regular basis during a cut, it's not going to be as effective, and you're not going to look as good, and you're not going to get the results you want because you pansied your way out of it. So eat whole foods, preferably more carnivorous foods like eggs, chicken, steak, even some seafoods like tilapia, shrimp, salmon is really good. And there's another trick that I'm going to share with you. There's 2 more tricks, actually. One of them is don't snack throughout the day. Just don't snack. Eat 3 meals a day. If you need to eat a 4th because, your calories, whatever, eat 4 meals a day. Eat meals. Do not snack. Eat 3 to 4 meals a day of whole foods. Don't drink soda to fill your freaking liquid calories, whatever. Drink plenty of water. And the other tip I'm going to give you is intermittent fasting. Now, this is going to do 2 things for you. A, it's going to strengthen your relationship with God if you can lean on Him during the times of fasting. Instead of eating, say, God, this is the time that I would normally eat. I'm going to set this time aside to spend with you so we can grow in our relationship. And on top of that, the second thing it's going to do is it's gonna let your body go through a state of ketosis and get rid of all the bad cells and replenish it with new cells. And on top of doing intermittent fasting on top of carnivore is going to boost your testosterone way through the roof, especially if you're eating eggs on your carnivore diet. It's going to make you feel and look like a Greek god. And I'm not saying Greek gods are real, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, you've seen things online or whatever the case is, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna make you look and feel that way. I guarantee you. And if it doesn't, I'll, whatever. I'll chop off my toe. I don't know. But if you're really being serious and you're really pushing hard in the gym, as hard as you can on the cut, you're eating clean foods, you're eating 3 meals a day, maybe 4. You're intermittent fasting, all of those things, you're not snacking, you're gonna cut, you're gonna slim down, you're gonna become your target weight. You're gonna look fantastic if you're doing it correctly. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you say that it didn't work or whatever the case is, then you're lying and you didn't do it as hard as you should have or you could have. I know this because I was there. I've struggled most of my life with being either really skinny or really kind of pudgy, chubby, awkward, skinny, fat weight. And going on the carnivore, out of all of the things that I've ever decided to do, was the best decision ever. Now, I want to be on carnivore while I'm bulking, but it is very, very hard to do that because I would have to be eating 3,200 to 3,500 calories in meat, and that is excruciatingly hard. To put it in retrospect, one egg has about 75 grams of protein, not 75 grams of protein, 75 calories, and then a ribeye steak has, I don't know the math on it, but it probably has about 150. So, take that as you will. I have to eat a lot more to get to said target weight or said target calories for the day, and it would probably make me pretty sick. So sometimes I have to rely on different types of things. Now, I'm going to explain that in my other video on how to bulk properly, but sometimes I have to eat a little bit of sweets because it's so hard for me to put on weight. And again, that's going to be in a separate video. I'm not going to really waste your time with that right now. But it just goes to show that you can cut with the carnivore. It's a little bit harder to bulk, but you can do it. It's possible. It's been done by a bunch of bodybuilders, by a bunch of people, by me. It just takes a little bit of discipline and a little bit of effort for a few months of your life. And if you can't give that, then you probably don't deserve that anyway.